Hello everyone, today I'm going to have a very useful video for everyone. I'll show you some very important settings that everyone should activate. This is especially true if your phone is slowing down or glitching for some reason, or this is especially true for your games which can often lag and slow down due to a lack of system performance. What is there? If you've noticed poor phone performance, meaning everything is glitching, even the interface itself is sluggish, and sluggish Evo apps are launching slowly or arbitrarily, you can do all this, adjust all the settings without any programs, without any root access, and your phone will become much faster. So, and perhaps even if you were considering buying a new phone because your current one is old and underperforming, you'll likely reconsider because there are settings on your phone that limit your processor and other resources. Because of this, the phone really can't handle all the tasks. Sometimes even YouTube glitches and lags. Sometimes you want to watch a video, say in 4K resolution, high resolution you could call it, but for some reason it's lagging. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now we'll move on to settings that will help improve your phone's performance from moments. This can also be used on tablets. Basically this works anywhere on any Android device. So first we need to go to our standard settings. Here they are. Next, look for a section called About Phone or Phone Information or Information. Basically, that's where your device information is located. Go here. Here, we need to find your firmware version. If it's a Xiaomi phone like this one, where the MIUI version is installed, then this is the MIUI version. Here it is. If it's a Samsung phone or other model, then look for the build number, then About Phone Information or Phone Information, and then the build number. Here you go, lay it down. You'll need to tap this line about 5 to 7 times quickly, not quickly. It tells me there's no need, you're already a developer. The first time it tells you congratulations, you're now a developer. Then exit, so it's clear where to go and where to look for this specific setting. Go back to settings and look for an item called advanced settings. Here it is. Go here, and at the very bottom you'll see a line called for developers. If you have a Samsung phone, look for settings there. Then in settings, look for the system section, and somewhere in the middle there will be this additional line for developers. From there, everything is basically the same. I've been using these settings for a long time, so I have everything set here. I'll just show you what you need to set that, and you just double check on your phone and set the exact same values. There's no search here, so you'll have to carefully search and scroll. First thing, the log buffer. Set it to 8 megabytes. You'll probably have 64 megabytes by default. Well, that's not really important. Just click on the log buffer and set it to maximum. Next, set the log level. On some phones, something else is set here, or it's completely disabled. Set it to warn. Next, scroll down and find system tracing. Go to that setting. First, double check the categories. Each one will have different checkboxes, like these. I recommend unchecking them altogether. That means there will be a lot of settings here. And double check only one, which is called power management, and click OK. You can double check here. Look, 6 categories are selected, which you missed something. Uncheck these boxes, go back, click OK, and only one category should be selected. Next, the default buffer size for each processor will be 8,000. Set it to maximum. I've seen it go even higher than 65,000. Set it to the maximum available. This buffer helps each processor allocate more memory to handle a given task. This means it will be much better, much faster, because the games are heavy, apps also take up a lot of memory, and if the processor is weak, it simply doesn't have enough memory to process it. This will definitely improve your processor's performance, and I'll immediately respond to some comments about whether the phone will heat up. No, the phone will not heat up more. This won't affect the lifespan of your processor. And it won't affect battery drain. Next, check out these other settings. Check record phone actions. If you have these two checkboxes enabled, be sure to disable them because a hidden record occurs in the form of screen recording on your phone and your memory is constantly disappearing with each app and with each passing day. Even if they were disabled, just to be on the safe side, click delete saved activity logs and then click delete sort. Then exit and find an option called limit Wi-Fi requests. This reduces battery drain and improves performance. We'll enable this option. This will help conserve battery life, but will also benefit from some speed, of course. And the option below, don't disable mobile data, is disabled because it means two networks are running simultaneously, Wi-Fi and mobile. Besides draining your battery, if you have a paid data plan, it'll eat into your account. Next, there's an option called window animations, transition animations, and animation duration. There are three settings. If you have an average phone, meaning average in specifications, then set the animation to 0.5 and the transition animation and the animation duration to 0.5 and double check. You probably have a setting of on 1.5 and live. If you have a really weak phone, I recommend setting it to no animation all disabled. This way your processor will spend less resources processing various illustrations, translations, and transitions animations that you hardly even notice. These are things your phone doesn't really need, so you can disable them without a guilty conscience. There's also a setting called Force DX MSA. On this phone, it only has a 4x MSA setting. Some phones also have a split setting for a 2x and 4x. If you have a weak mid-range phone, I recommend disabling this feature. It's possible you just have it enabled. This is also the reason why a lot of things happen on the phone and it slows things down. Just disable it. But if you have a high-end phone, you can enable it. This will give you more droppy, more smoothing in the picture, and the picture will look more lively. Next, as in these settings, and you'll need to use your Google Play Store. We won't download anything, but we do need to tweak some settings. Go to your avatar on the help and click help at the bottom. This will take you to a menu like this. You need to click uninstall from your Android device and you'll find a blue line like this called click to go to app settings modeling. If you're using a dock theme, temporarily switch to a light one as you'll get an error. Go here. All your apps on your phone are loading. Click show system process here, killer to panel. Again, there's no search option in this entire list. We need to find an important item that's also limiting your processor's performance and causing it to behave incorrectly. Let's say, for example, that when you launch a game, your processor's performance should increase, but in reality, you launch the game and your processor's performance remains somewhere in the middle, resulting in lag and slowdowns. You try to play at that, and of course, you feel uncomfortable, so you just quit. And when you're just using your phone as usual, watching YouTube or just scrolling through the time, the processor has only just ramped up and is starting to improve performance. Basically, this app is the cause of a lot of the glitches that happen on your phone or computer. I recommend finding it carefully, reviewing it, and making some simple adjustments that will also improve your phone's performance of it. This app is called Joy. Look at the icon. It's usually a regular Android app. Open it. If there's anything in the storage, click share it. Click OK. Go to Power and Performance and click Limited only OCHA. You'll definitely have it set to optimization. So set it to limited. That is, you need to limit this app's performance as much as possible as well. And click stop. You see, this button is no longer lit up because I've already done all this before. Sometimes the disable button still lights up, but this doesn't happen on all phones. So double check if you can completely disable it without stopping it. Do so. Done so over. This will help you isolate the frequencies, and every time you launch any app, the processor will handle things as it should. All you have to do is reboot your phone, and you can try it with any program or game. In any case, it will be much faster with fewer glitches and less lag. Of course, if your phone is weak, this won't solve the problem 100%. If something was really slowing it down, our fault. But in any case, it will be about 5-7 times faster than before. Give this video a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel.